So today we are going to be talking about puppy mills and animal hoarding, which is a timely topic. You've probably all read the stories in the paper about that horrible situation in Wicomico County where about 310 Pomeranians were being kept in just squalid conditions on a farm there. And the Wicomico County Humane Society had to go in and they seized all the animals, and all the local humane societies and rescue groups and groomers and veterinarians and just concerned citizens have really pitched in to help care for all these animals and get them rehabilitated and find them good homes. I think Baywater took about 9 of them, and Talbot Humane Society took maybe 22 of them, and they just went all over. I saw 20 of them went to Camden, Delaware, so they just farmed them out to all the different rescue groups. So if you haven't heard about it, for those of you who don't know the story, April 6th, animal control officers, with the help of the Wicomico County Sheriff's Office, did a kennel check on this residence, which was on Cooper Road in Eden, which is somewhere in Wicomico County. And I'm assuming that probably the neighbors had filed some complaints, and then the Humane Society went to conduct this investigation, and I guess the owners were kind of hesitant to allow them on the property to do the inspections, but eventually they let them in, I think probably because the sheriff's office was there, and they just found horrible conditions. There was about 100 dogs that were being kept in the house, and the other 210 were in a building outside that they described as a large elongated barn that was behind the house, and when they went in there, they had no idea how many dogs were going to be in there. I guess they were pretty shocked. And it took them over 14 hours to remove all of the dogs. They were mostly Pomeranians, and some of them, or I guess a lot of them, were being sold by the husband and wife that live there. The names of the owners of this property won't be released until the charges are filed, and that can take a while since veterinarians have to examine all the dogs and all the paperwork has to be completed. But I can tell you who they are. I'm not going to, but they actually used to live in Cambridge, and they did the same thing when they lived here in Dorchester County. So, like I said, most of the dogs that were removed from the property were Pomeranians, and they were not in good condition. Most of them had whipworms, which can cause diarrhea. And then, as you can imagine, diarrhea does not go well with long-haired dogs like Pomeranians. And you can go online to any of the humane societies and look at the pictures. But these poor dogs were just matted with feces and urine. I mean, they looked like they had poop dreadlocks from the pictures. There's, on the Baywater website, there's a picture of one of these dogs. The arm was just so matted with excrement that I don't even know how the dog could lift up its arm. And some of them had their tails actually matted to their body. So a lot of these dogs, once they were shaved, they literally lost half their body weight in this soaked, dirty fur. So just a side note here, for those of you who don't know about whipworms, dogs get them off the ground when they walk across an area where another dog that had whipworms may have pooped. And then they get the worm eggs, which are microscopic, on their paws. And then when they lick their paws, they get them internally. And whipworms are not contagious to humans, but they're really contagious to other dogs, and they can be pretty serious for dogs. They live in the, what would be the cecum, it'd be the appendix to URI. It's the cecum in dogs. And you would not know if your dog had them because you can't see them with the naked eye. You can only see them under the microscope.